RRR drops in 2022, and don't know about you guys, but this one won me over.
How? That's what I need. That's why we're having this conversation. I need to know what was so different about this compared to Bahubali. Because I watched RRR and I was like, this is just fucking Bahubali again. And I was so pissed.
See, that's the thing. Like, there was something about it. I thought the action was better. I thought just everything about it was better. It was like clearer. The characters were better. The motivations of everything was better. Just more consistent in what it was trying to do. And more entertaining in what it was doing. It seemed like it had a way more kind of consistent tone to me.
I would say there's probably less boring scenes. I think I gave this one a star higher than Bahubali. But it's still like, it was like I wasn't watching anything for the most part. I was just so not impressed by anything that was happening. And it's particularly frustrating because, you know, everybody's going crazy over this movie, and I'm just like, this is exactly everything that I've already seen that I go out of my way to avoid when I say I don't like Bollywood movies, even though it's not a Bollywood movie and it's Telugu, you know, even though it's from a different part of India, it's still the same, you know, the same goals and sensibilities of like, oh, wow, we're doing something like crazy and over the top. Like, I'm so unimpressed by it.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing, though. I went into it way more expecting to feel that way, especially like with what I'd heard you guys say about it on the podcast and stuff, and watching Bahubali and not really connecting with it. But yeah, it was that first action scene, I guess spoilers for RRR, the big scale action scene with the guy in the like compound that's like surrounded, and it's like, it's got such a scale to it, and like the action is so like fluid and clear and like wacky and crazy, and it's like all these insane stunts going on. It's like so creative and fun, and the pace is just so insane, and it doesn't let up. That's not even like the best action scene in the movie, because that for me was what was really selling me on it, was like just these these over the top crazy action scenes, all kind of like earnestly presented. And like the melodrama was like just that right level for me. Like I just wasn't feeling it with Bahubali. It wasn't connecting in that way. But the whole like the brothers and like these layers of like undercover operatives, and it's like this epic scale, and well, you know, like when the title card comes up after that like bridge action sequence, it's like
it's like such a different experience.
40 minutes through the
American movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a long ass movie. It's like 3 hours, 7 minutes long.
It's needlessly long.
It is kind of too long.
It is inexcusably long.
Yeah, that would be one thing I'd say against it, is it's a bit too long. And the same way I say the Hobbit movies are too long or indulgent. Yeah, it could have been shorter. I mean, the opening credits were like, weren't they like 5 minutes long or something like that?
Yeah, the credits like lead
just
the
like
movie
the opening credits.
Everything was just too long.
Yeah, it's like, that's a little too much. I mean, Into the Void, the credits were 30 seconds. It's a very different movie, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it could be cut down a little bit. It did feel a little indulgent. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Like, a thing can be that long if I'm enjoying it the whole time. You know, you brought up Gaspar Noé. Like,
it's hard to keep that up.
Credits are 40 minutes into climax, but I just love what I'm watching. I connect with it more. I get what it's going for more.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it up for 3 hours.
Whereas with this, I'm just like, I don't understand. If everybody loves this movie so much, then why has nobody been talking about every other like big budget Indian movie that's just does the exact same things for all this time? Like,
have they done them?
This is exactly what I've experienced already.
I'm kind of in the middle of you two, you know, because I see what Alex is saying. I really appreciate the stunts and the action. Like, that stuff is really well done. But I'm also on Adam's side, where I'm like, I wasn't really connecting to the story. Like, you know, I don't really see how it is that different from Bahubali.
It's really not that different.
Or something like that.
I just found it way more consistent. More consistently. Sure. It kept outdoing itself too. Like, I was waiting for that to like really feel the runtime, but it kept like pulling out certain tricks, and it was just
and I didn't finish the movie. Like, I didn't finish this movie either, and that's one reason why I say it's too long. I haven't watched the whole thing. I just want to preface that. But, you know, from what I saw, it's like, okay, it's like kind of the same. Yeah, I want something like a little more subtlety, or, you know, drama. Like, I could connect with the brothers storyline. It's very over the top. And I get it. The whole movie's over the top.
See, that's what I love.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the lack of subtlety is kind of like the world it creates is like so endearing to me. It's like so cartoony and like exaggerated. And yeah, it brings it home with those like action scenes.
I'm not like diminishing your experience of it or like anyone else's if you enjoy it. That's fine. I'm just saying like I didn't like it's just hard for me to like connect to anything going on in it. It's like you know, it's unrelatable. It's crazy.
I think apparently there's a lot of people that are comfortable diminishing other people's experiences about this movie.
Well, that's like
now,
all of
now the quote
now
is that I'm racist because I don't like Bollywood movies and because I said this is similar to Bollywood movies that I've seen.
I get the same shit. It's people are fucking babies.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even serious. I don't think that they believe that either. I think they're just like trying to get a gotcha.
It's a fucking movie. I mean,
yeah.
But you know, I get it. I get why people, you know, have fun with this. It's that action scene in the middle. Yeah, that is very memorable. It's cool stunts, and I just wish I like connected more to it.
There's one towards the end that is like so good. I was like cackling. It was like so much fun.
I enjoyed was it like spears or bow and arrow? I think there was a bit of both near the end. There was parts of that. Yeah. In that action scene, I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. But I was like, fucking 2 hours and almost 3 hours into the movie, like before me to be able to feel like I had fun. It's just not for me. Which scene did you like?
With the kind of prison escape towards the end, where there's a kind of twist reveal halfway through the movie, where like one of the brothers turns out to be like a double agent type figure. So there's like. Yeah, the movie starts and there's kind of two villainous aspects as the colonizer British assholes that are doing their thing.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of like a fun angle. Because that was one of the things I don't really even remember about Bahubali. Like, what was like the core conflict?
There was a prophecy.
No idea.
Was there like a lead villain character though? Like a mustache twirling bad guy like there was in this one? With the guy who's like, yeah, don't even waste the bullet type thing. Yeah. Whereas this, it was like really clear, like established in the first scene, you know, where the mum gets like smacked over the head with the piece of wood and stuff. It like just establishes everything really clearly. But then it also has the layer in between that where it has this kind of like antagonist figure with the brother who's like going undercover. And then, it's revealed that he's also like, I guess, spoilers, he was actually working for the good guys the whole time, which then justifies this like prison escape sequence at the end. And it's like this whole bromance and... Yeah, that prison escape scene is like so good. It's like so funny. It's so creative, and it's just so kind of unlike the kind of filmmaking of this scale. That especially like with how tired we are outside of the odd like Top Gun Maverick, I'd say for the most part, there's like a very kind of safe, boring, synthetic kind of look and feel to a bunch of these kind of like movies going for this kind of epic scale where
or like big budget Hollywood movies, like they all look the same, the Jurassic Worlds and whatever, they all blend together. This movie it has a distinct style,
but they never do anything with the action though either. Like they don't do anything like fun, but man, they get creative and crazy with it, and like they are it kind of is a superhero movie in a way. It basically like
it's a Marvel movie from India basically. It's literally what it is.
Even better. But it's better than that though, because like there is
because it's from India. It has the Indian like over the top.
Yeah. That's what sells it though. Is that like that tone, that cartoony tone.
Yeah, but they're both things that I don't like, and then you combine them together, and then it's like, okay, you've created something in between those two things that I don't like, but I still don't like either of those things individually. Like it doesn't connect with me.